Hey, today we're crappie fishing and I have got some amazing footage of a submerged root ball with hundreds of slab crappie. Y'all are not going to want to miss that. I also had a request to talk about my boat, so I'm going to go over that a little bit later. Hey, when it comes to getting stubborn crappie to bite in an unusual heat wave like we got going on right here right now, I'm going to be demonstrating a long proven method of getting these crappie to bite. And lastly, at the end, I'm going to be cooking up one of my favorites, a catfish po' boy. So make sure you stick around to the end. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Stick around, and I hope y'all enjoy some of this crappie thumping action out on the water.
What is up, everybody? Thank y'all for clicking on this video. I'm going to try for some crappie today. I don't know what they're doing, if they're biting very well. I'm going to go around to all my usual haunts and see if I can locate any that want to bite. The baits that I'm using today is called Catch More. Been working pretty good. I know we got us a tree over here somewhere right down off of that cypress right over there. This one over here looks like it may be okay, but it ain't really. It's too shallow. So we got shallow right here, and then the hole drops down right here a little bit deeper. Not saying that they're gonna be over here, but we're finna find out. Gotten absolutely no wind today. That's about 10 minutes at this spot with nothing. Time to head on to the next spot. Spot number 2 ain't producing, so let's head on over to spot number 3. I have a feeling they're going to be about 15 feet deep. I can hit go to and just select my spot. This trolling motor will take me right to it. Spot number 3, no go. Head on to spot number 4. Spot number 4, let's go. Oh, there we go. This feels like a good something or other. It came right off. Golly. Oh, kind of feel like a small one there. It's alright, first fish of the day. Gonna put him in a basket and turn him loose later when I leave. Oh man, that's a good hit. It's a little better. Oh man, he come right off too. That should have been number 3, but I just can't put him in the boat today. My technique today is just dead sticking the best that I can, keeping that bait as still as possible in front of these crappie that probably don't really want to bite. Oh, can I get him? Can I get him? That's a good crappie. Can I get him? He's way down in there. Good. There's a nice one. Bad. Definitely on the thin side. Got him in a tongue way down in there. I had to get the pliers out on this one. Man, he's starting to bleed on me, dadgummit. That's a good crappie right there. Good old white crappie. He's a little thicker than I thought he was. In the basket he goes. There's one. This felt like a good one too. Oh yeah. Oh, he ain't as big as that last one. About 10 inches long. So one of my commenters wanted me to talk about my boat. This is a 1436 Alumacraft. It's got a 15-inch transom, and I've got a 9.9 Yamaha 4-stroke. Right down in here I got some lights.
This one right here is my stern light, and I don't have these switched. All I got to do is just stick it in at just a little receptacle. Below that, I've got my bow light. I needed some storage, so I cut out the foam out of these benches so I could put the battery in there. I wanted to get it away from my gas tank. I ran me some trailer house wire, and I got it running all the way to the front to run that big trolling motor. A little fuse box in here that powers receptacles that I have, or anything that I want to put back here, and also protects that light back there in the back. Take a leak without having to lean over to the edge of the boat and risk falling in. This pipe here is where I will mount the GoPro up in the front, mostly if I'm catfishing. Here's my wires, it's running all the way up there. These little seat mounts I put this one in here so I can move my seat back to this location. Coming up here, I did the same thing with this one. Got a red ODO battery in here. The other one was a LiPos. I run the LiPos with my trolling motor. This right here powers my fish finder. Another fuse box. I didn't want this battery. I used to have lead acid batteries in here. I didn't want it sitting down on the hole and bouncing around. So what I did was I put a couple of 1-bys in here that fit right on this lip. And I just screwed it in right there to keep it from moving around. And I did 2 right there, so that raises it up enough so that it doesn't bounce around on the bottom. I put a little strap across it to keep it from bouncing up and down. Minn Kota trolling motor compass. Coming up to the front, this right here is where I mount my GoPro, where that PVC pipe fits in there, and this can come out and I can put a spider rig in. So I've got one there, and I've got another one over here too. Here's my other receptacle, my nav light, and I also got some storage down in here. I have another fuse box in here, a couple of power receptacles right here. This is an old trolling motor mount that I had. Here was where that old one went. My trolling motor is a Minn Kota Rova 12-bolt model. When I got it, the thing was so tall, I had to take this tube right here and I had to cut a lot out of it so that it's not sticking 5 feet out of the water. The spot lock works very well in current, excellent in current, but if you got shifting winds and a little light boat like this, I really don't like it. And this is an old anchor that I had, the rope for an anchor. I don't hardly ever use it, but it's a little bracket up there. I just clip the anchor on to this D-ring right there if I ever decide to anchor off or anything. There you go. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. Oh, golly. That's number 4 and lost. I lost more than I actually put in the boat. Nailed it. Come on. Another good one. I think he's all right. Yeah. Man, that one went way down in there. Beautiful white river crappie. Oh my goodness. Ooh, he's out there towards the end, but I believe he's all right. Right there on the end. Another good one. These catch more baits right here are definitely doing the trick. This is Cajun cricket, and it's pretty beat up, but I'm gonna keep it on there till I can't use it no more. Right there where I want it. Oh my goodness. Another one. Nice. Got him right there at the top of the mouth.
Another fine slab.
Real quick and short, I just want to give y'all a quick message. You may find yourself running in all directions trying to figure out what God's will is for you in your life, you know, such as feeding the hungry, caring for the sick, or giving counsel. Well, one thing I wanted to talk about is giving counsel to someone else. Before giving counsel to another, we first need to fix ourselves. For example, are there any sins that have strongholds in your life? We're required to fix these before trying to help someone else. After all, it is one of Jesus' commandments. In Matthew 7:3-5, Jesus commands, "Why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then thou shalt see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye." How can we try to fix someone else's sin problem when we haven't even fixed our own sin problem? We are to be a holy, sinless temple for God to live in. And this should take priority not just about counsel, but about everything. Before we do anything in God's will, we need to fix ourselves first. God bless you.
So this bait right here, I believe I'm gonna go ahead and change it out. I don't know how many I got in the bucket, maybe 5 or 6. And I've lost 4 or 5 already just on that one little bait right there. Hold up pretty good, but we're gonna go ahead and swap it on out. If anybody's interested, I'll put a link in the description for these baits right here. They're about the same price as anything else, and they work really good. Made in the USA, veteran owned. Technique is just to dead stick it. If you don't know what I mean by dead sticking, just put it down there and leave it as still as possible. Vertical jigging. The only way you can do it. What is 100-degree weather we've been having here? Oh, he pounced it. He pounced it. You don't want to give up. I don't blame him. Right there in the top. This one ain't. Oh yeah, he's bigger than I thought he was. This is a big old fat fish right here. Way bigger than I thought he was. Golly. Yeah. And mad. Got to love it. Catch more. Not a sponsor. Nailed it. Oh. Tiny little thump there. That was a lazy bite, what that was. Yeah. And a decent crappie. That's why these fish are coming off. These jigs are just coming right out so easily. Somebody had asked me about this, why I used it. It doesn't take much effort. You know, you pull out the line that you need, little thumb nut, tighten it up. If you need to reel some in, just reel it in like that. You ain't got to mess with no bail. And like I say, this is vertical jigging only, nothing else. And this is basically just a cane pole that I can let out more line or take up more line if I need to. Appreciate y'all commenting. It means a lot. And I wish y'all the best success. Deer hunting is coming up, and that's been on my mind a lot. And it usually is this time of the year. It's coming up. It's actually coming up at the end of this month. I don't know if I'm going to get out there, if it's going to be too hot, though. That's another story. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. God bless y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one.